Hey everybody, how's it going? Back out here at the storage unit. It's been a while since I've done any work on the Spitfire, mostly due to financial reasons, and I was having some health problems here not too long ago, which I'm still sorting out, but I'm doing a lot better now. This is basically just an update, let you know what's been going on with the project and what I'm getting ready to do, and hopefully, hopefully I'll have the Spitfire on the road here very, very soon. So, just an overview. When I first started recording videos, this one here's got a lot of junk piled on it right now. But I started off with this one. This was a 1979, rubber bumper Spitfire. Bought this back in 1998 or 97, 98, somewhere in there. And I drove the living crap out of it. It was a good running car back then. But I had to I signed it over to my mom back in I think it was around about the tail end of 1998, and it sat for about 14, 15 years, and it's just the underside of the body is just too far gone. About half the tub's got to be replaced. The floor pans, the inner and outer rockers, the back section that has the tail lights, the piece of metal that rolls up underneath, from the tail light section, it rolls up underneath the car. All that's got to be replaced. So I mean, it cost a fortune to bring this one back, and I just don't have it. So I went out, and that's when this one came into play. It's also a 1979, but it's got the steel bumpers from the factory, I do believe. It was early 79. And this one here I've made a little bit of progress with. I did a compression test on all 4 cylinders of this engine. Took all the plugs out, did it proper. And all the way down the line, 150 pounds of pressure every cylinder. So compression was good. The only issue with this is the bottom end rod bearings. I still got that rod bearing that's rattling real bad, so the crank's got to be turned, and I got to purchase new bearings and thrust washers and put back into this one. And after that, it will be drivable after that. So that's the only thing doing. I got everything unhooked. It's ready for the engine to be pulled. It's only holding on by the front 2 motor mounts, and I've taken loose all the nuts for the transmission, although the clutch and all that is still on the spline for the transmission, so that's what's holding it up in the back. So I take loose the motor mounts, hook my hoist to it, pull it on out, done deal. So this is my project for over the winter, and while I'm working on the engine, getting that done, I already have a bunch of high performance brake parts that I originally bought for this one before I found out that it was just too far gone for me to bring back. So I got slotted in drilled rotors to go on, brand new calipers, brand new ceramic brakes, brand new brakes and springs and everything for the back end, brand new bushings and everything to go in the front end. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the winter to this one, as the temperatures allow me to, if it's not too terribly cold. But by spring, this one will be on the road tearing up and down. Now it does need a new hood, as I pointed out in one of my previous videos. I got a little cut there, so if it rains, water's just going to get in. And on the other side, the hood will not secure to the side piece there like it's supposed to. So that's just going to be flapping, and that's no good if I should get caught out in the rain with it. I'm going to keep this thing out of the weather as much as possible, but if I happen to take it out and a freak rainstorm hits, it's nice to know that I'll be able to stay dry. So that's got to be done. That's going to be kind of my tax time project. So that's when all the major stuff's going to be getting done on this one. But that's the most major thing. Just turn the crank, new bearings, new thrust washers, checking the movement on the crank, make sure it's within spec. Drop the engine back in, hook it all up, and hit that highway out there. This one, now, this is the newest edition. I bought this as a parts car, so picked it up dirt cheap, almost nothing. So, and these two are going to be the summer project. Now, seems how the tub on this one is pretty much wasted. The bonnet I believe is still good, just has the surface truss, so I'm going to take that to the body people, have them grind this down to bare metal, get rid of all the pitting and whatnot, and as long as all that goes good, that bonnet can be resprayed and reused, and it'll be a perfectly good bonnet. But that's got the bad tub, and the frame has got a couple of issues, but I believe they are fixable. So with an acetylene torch and a small hand sledge, where the frame got bent over the sway bar nuts. So I'm going to have to grind off the sway bar nuts, drop the rest of that down, and then take an acetylene torch to the side of the frame that's just slightly bowed out, heat it up red hot, beat it back in. And other than that, the structural integrity of the frame is all good. The body, from as far as I can tell, is pretty straight. I don't believe the frame is bent, further back. That's all up in the very front, in front of the suspension. So I don't think, anything's wrong there. So, but I do believe that frame is repairable and savable, but the tub is not for financial reasons. So that's where this one comes in, the 77. Got a good tub. It's got a few issues with the floorboards, and there's a couple of very minor bubbles starting to come through in the kick panels, or rockers, or whatever you want to call them, the very bottom panel that runs down the back. The lighting in here sucks, I do apologize. It's very overcast and whatnot, but you get the general idea. But this tub is in pretty solid shape. Like I said, I picked this up for next to nothing. So, this is going to be my summer project. The bonnet on this one, I don't think I'm going to be able to use, because the entire, up underneath the front, across where all the hinge work hooks into, all that's rotted. So, the side fender skins and the top skin of the bonnet is in good shape, but everything under is not. So that's what I'm going to see about saving this bonnet, use it on that tub. I'm going to be pulling this tub off, setting it off up there, have a scraper come, pick it up, and get rid of it. I'm going to take this tub off of this car, because the main flaw with this car is the frame. The frame is rotted out in the back, where the rear differential is. And all that framework back there, I can literally take my finger and shove my finger through the frame. That's how rotted the frame is. Amazingly, the body is in really good shape. The body is solid. It's got a couple of very minor issues, but it's a Cadillac compared to this thing. So I'm taking the 77 tub off of the rotted frame. I'm going to put it over on the good frame. Use this bonnet off the 79, which coincidentally, originally this bonnet came off of a 1976. So this is not even the original bonnet for this 79. But I'm going to save this bonnet, use the 77 tub, switch it over, take the old 76 bonnet, have it saved, and reuse it on this same setup. This bonnet will probably be set back, and I might keep it around in case I need some, skins, or someone else may need it or something like that. And I'm going to re-chrome the bumpers and have all that switched over. And I'm going to dispose of the old 79 tub, and I'm disposing of the old 77 frame. So I'm taking these two, taking the best parts of both cars, and making one good car out of it. Now, that will leave me with two Spitfires. And honestly, I cannot afford to keep two Spitfires on the road. So I'm going to keep one, and I will be getting rid of the other. So exactly which one I'm getting rid of yet, I do not know. But the 77 I'm kind of partial to, because it was made the same year I was. So, but we'll see how much blood, sweat, and tears I have to pour into that thing. And I may just wind up keeping the 77 and then letting go of the steel bumper 79. like I said, I don't know yet. Haven't really made up my mind. So, but yeah, that's the rundown for now. Yeah, we got, well, basically you could say 2.5 Spitfires in here. Yeah, because, well, about half of that one's already rotted away. So, yeah, this one's going to be hitting the road in spring, and then that's going to be my summertime project. And I estimate that this is going to be a lot of work. I've never switched over, you know, a body tub from one frame to another, and I know it's going to be a major pain in the ass. You know, as I've never undertaken anything that major before. So I'm estimating a window of, like, you know, totally brand new suspension, totally re-chroming the bumpers and all that. I'm estimating probably about 2 years on getting these two combined into one and fully, you know, done mechanically to where it can be driven down the road. Because there's a lot of work that's going to go into this. Because once this body is off of the 79 frame, I'm going to be taking the bare frame and cleaning it, prepping it, making sure the frame is fixed and is in, you know, good spec, you know, before I start switching anything over. So, you know, just the frame, the work on this frame alone is going to be extensive. You know, it's going to have a high attention to detail. So, like I said, one of these cars, one of the completed cars, is going to be going bye-bye, you know, in the next year or two. Don't know which yet, but, you know, I'll figure it out as we go along. But yeah, that's the update for now. And all, you know, that's what I got going on. So, yeah, I'll keep you updated as the work gets done. Work is going to be resuming on the steel bumper 79 very soon. Probably. You know, I'm going to be getting started on the brake work here very soon, probably within the next weekend or two, and, you know, get to work on the brake system, getting the upgraded high-performance brakes on it. So, you know, and the crank and bearings and all that. I'll probably get the crank turned in probably the next month and a half to 2 months. So will be probably tail end of February, beginning of March, when the crank goes in for turning, because I'm not going to send it in for turning before I have the money to obtain the bearings and other parts that the bottom of the engine is going to need. You know, and then having a freshly turned crank sit around and rusting, and then have to take it back and get it returned. You know, I want to make sure everything gets done within a very reasonable window. So, yeah, that's it for now. That's the Spitfire projects that are going on, and I will keep shooting videos and keep everybody posted as time goes on. So, yeah, that's all for this one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel so you can, you know, stay informed of when I do post future videos. Videos will be becoming a little bit more frequent as I start getting work done. So, you know, stay tuned, and appreciate you guys watching the videos, and I hope you do enjoy, you know, watching the videos about these little classic cars. They're very cool, very neat, you know, exciting little British cars. So until next time, keep them on the road and keep driving. Bye.